Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Stardew Diaries. We're here today. Um, we have a guest. Oops, I forgot. I did not start recording my stream, or not recording my stream, streaming for you. Do you want to watch?
Yeah, I wanna watch.
Okay, so here we go.
It's nice
Um,
seeing you fish.
yeah. All right. So we have Kairos. I mean Lupus. Kairos' player. If you're watching our main campaign. Joining it with us today, guesting as a nerd, and
Okay.
sorry, this isn't a script for you to be mean to you guys. That's Black Compass. But here we have my special friend guest, and like he has a topic that he wants to talk about. But as tradition for Stardew Diaries, I wanna like think about what I need to do for my day first before I do anything else. Otherwise, my mind gets combobulated. So I actually already forgot what I needed to do today. I think I wanted to gather stone, or I need the axe first thing, and then I
Yeah.
need to get the jellies. But I also need 10,000 gold, and it's also summer, and I need to plant some stuff. So I think I'll do that first for now. And sorry, Kairos. Sorry, Lupus. Once I do that, we can definitely start talking about random stuff. You have nothing to worry about. Um, so what else can I sell? It would be a shame to sell those, so let's not do that. Um,
That's a lot of plants.
I guess this is enough. Whatever. I don't need too much plants at the start of the season. So, um, welcome, Kairos. You wanted to talk about a specific topic for today, and I have invited you because why not? Um,
Mm.
and our topic today is about schools. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Let me know what you think. What do you
Hmm.
want to talk
Place
about?
full of, well, memories to be exact. Well,
Mm-hmm.
because school is a place of memories aside from learning and stuff. I mean, it's the part of my life that is most memorable. How about you?
Well, it is. It is definitely most of. I actually am the memes that people peak in high school, or people peak in like elementary school. I'm actually one of those. I used to be an academic achiever. I was a supreme student government representative. I was like an environmental representative. I am a Boy Scout. Um, I did all sorts of stuff. I'm like always, participating in whatever leadership camps and whatnot, and I'm like super active. I am high honors all the time, but since my mom is a teacher at my high school, I couldn't really go for top 10 or high honors because
It seems
because
to see.
you know politics, school politics. It's crazy. Asians, not just Filipinos, but Asians in general, are really, really parents really want their kids to be successful. So there's a lot of politics. So we avoided that as much as possible. Even if I was smart enough to definitely, um, you know, achieve and like get the highest grade, and so it's been fun. It's really fun. I am a kind of student, and this is a question I'll ask you afterwards. I am a kind of student who studies hard, but also plays hard too. Afterwards. So that's the kind of student that I am. What about you?
I have to admit, we're almost the same.
Yeah,
Although I'm
I thought so.
well, I was a bit shy in high school, so I didn't join any SSG or Supreme Student Government type. But I was the one who always, do the class reporting and kind of be the host of some events. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why I'm a bit of bit of an ambivert. So yeah, I'm also it's kind of funny since back in elementary, I was so it was so hard to like learn stuff, and then someone then commented about me, and yeah, with that, I really went on. Fine, if I won't be smart now, I'll make sure to be smart next time. And yeah, I studied hard when I was in first year high school. I got some top honors, high honors too.
Mm-hmm.
Highest honor in grade 12. That's why it's kind of fun.
Actually, we are
Because,
exactly the
you know,
same because sorry to cut you off there, but in senior high school, I was actually the best student. On
ooh,
my 11th year, but on the 12th grade, a girl actually beat me. I was still straight at the time, and I had a massive crush on her. I really had a massive crush on her. So, and it's fine. Like she beat me. It's fair and square, and I definitely did start letting myself go. But then again, actually, I'll reserve this topic for later. But so anything else you want to share? Like, um, you were an honor student. Is there like any
mm,
particular like story you wanna share during your college? I sorry, school
high
days. I
school.
mean, you're still in college right now, so
Okay.
um,
Yeah.
nerd.
Hmm. Hey, we're also nerd. Let's just say that I was shocked when I reached college because, oh my god, it's a bit of a nerve wreck. So many tasks to handle, but it's manageable. Only the first year was a bit hard since you have to adjust. So yeah, to the viewers, stay positive or keep being positive and stay calm too. I guess that's what I learned in like early stages of school days.
Actually, I never.
And now I'm a bit okay.
Actually, I never really felt any stress. I mean, it is stressful, it is difficult. However, I really think I have a pretty good like academic, um, like if there's like a
I
in workplace like work mindset, I have a pretty good academic mindset. No matter what like situation or whatever we have any assignments or exams or whatnot. There's always an inefficient way to do it, like because I want to play games so much. I want to like spend time outside of school so much that I make it as whenever we have assignments, I start immediately doing the assignment while she's or he, the teacher, whatever, is giving out the assignment. So let's say write a um,
essay.
write a essay about something or answer these following questions. I would answer it, and normally there was so much yapping time after class that when the teacher leaves the class, I'm pretty much like a quarter or halfway done through the assignment. So when I get back home, I could just play League all day because that's what I did when I was young. And I have a lot of spare time, and if you can't do it yourself, you always have the option to do it with someone else, and that was actually Chrome. Me and Chrome would always
No?
do assignments with each other, all the way, even if we're not classmates. There's this one time because we love arts and crafts. Me and Chrome, we love cosplaying. We love, expressing ourselves through assignments, especially when it's like an essay or something. We'd like talk about it first before we write anything down, and it's crazy. Actually, Chrome should be here, not you. I think me and
Huh?
Chrome would have a lot of stories to share. Uh, whenever there's
Okay.
like partnered assignments or group projects, it's always me and Chrome. Unless Chrome wants to socialize with someone else, it's like it's never a requirement. Never felt like it's something imposed on us. I mean, our education system here in the Philippines is pretty pretty bad, and it really depends on the teacher. But you know, we make most of our time, and I think that still applies to that mindset applies to anything we do that feels like chores, right? Or like even if like they're not chores, like in D&D, like I always advocate that we can use D&D as a way to grow ourselves, right? Making most out of
Hmm?
any situation, and that's me and Chrome developed that with each other through school because school was so terrible that we really need to, if we want to make most out of what we're learning, we have to internalize and like interpret it. And that's a very long tangent, but yeah. How about you? Sorry about that.
Nah, I can relate actually, especially in math, since it's a bit, yeah, I need help. I need help with it. So, yeah, I'm glad that you have Chrome with you, and yeah, it's a good thing to communicate well, and properly ask for help if you need to.
It's
But
not really
let's
help.
say,
It's just more fun to do
uh,
the assignments if you're working with someone else, right?
accompaniment, if that's
Yeah,
the case. Speaking of assignment,
sure.
how about reporting?
I am the number one reporter, even if it's like a
Same.
topic that I do not know. I'm always the one in front of class. I believe I've mentioned before that ever since I was young, I always wanted to be a teacher. My mom is a teacher. Most of my family on my mother's side are teachers. My uncle is a teacher. My other tita, forgot the aunt is a teacher. So, and she's really my inspiration. So, whenever there's an opportunity to report in class, I always take it, even if it's not mine. Um, and it's great. And the only
Mhm.
issue that I have with reporting is I cannot write reports because I have terrible handwriting. So that is out of the cards whenever there's like a reporting. I need at least a person to write it down for me. And funnily enough, Chrome is a Chrome has bad handwriting as well. It looks like chicken. If mine
I just
looks bad, like traditionally bad, his looks like it's like a Japanese wrote English or letters. Um, I'd say we are equally bad, but I think he put in effort into writing. Actually, anyways, this episode is gonna be like lots of references with Chrome because when you talk about school, I'm always going to talk about my school best friend.
oh.
But yeah, I love reporting. That's something that I really enjoy. Yeah, and you said you're the same.
Yep, I am the same. I enjoy like talking in front of the class as long as I know the topic, as long as I know the topic.
Even if not, like
And yeah, I'm a bit more confident if I know the topic. So and one time when there is no teacher, I got assigned
Mm-hmm.
to be the reporter. Like, can you explain this topic? And I was
Oh
like,
yeah,
huh?
yeah, yeah. So there was a time during college, when pandemic hit for us. Um, Professors don't normally teach class, but what they do is they normally assign a single person to report or disseminate whatever there's in the whatever's like in our handbook or whatever like curriculum, and our class would always pick me, even if it's not my like topic or if it even if it wasn't assigned to me. But there was a particular subject that my entire class loved listening to me talk about, and it is I'm not sure if you already have it, but I forgot, like self development class, and I
Oh,
basically
yeah, yeah.
talk. It's basically
Personal.
personal development, and it's crazy. Like I challenged my class to always think about what they're doing, and like even if it's like online class, and I think I do a better job than the teacher, honestly,
Mm.
because it's more easy to understand because I've they're my classmates and we're a block section ever since first year, and we did personal development of fourth year, so I had I really know them inside and out, pretty much, and when I like teach in class, um, I was like I made presentations specially made for them to understand, even if it's like deviating from the curriculum a bit, but it teaches them because it hits them hard. But yeah, that was like it was fun. Like I pretty much did the entire curriculum because our professor was missing. But yeah, that was really fun. You have any
Yeah.
experiences like that?
Similar?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's more like religion.
Yikes. That's not my thing.
Yeah.
That's not my thing.
Yeah.
I am a I'm very much known as the gay guy in campus. And speaking of, yeah, we haven't even talked about like reputation and like stuff in school. I had a really funny reputation during college. But yeah, go ahead. You go first.
Nah, I'm kind of curious. My reputation though was like my reputation in high school is like, the class read the class book, because I always recommend books to people. I'm
It's
a
it's
bit of
it's really
talkative
strange.
college.
Because let's talk about my college years because that's more recent and I think we have a lot more stuff to talk about during my college years. So I actually my school is actually pretty far away from where I used to live. Where I used to live. And I chose that because I wanted to get out. I wanted to get away from my you know local classmates because didn't really have a good end with them during senior high school. So I really wanted to be alone. And in that college, actually, my mom is still studying for her doctorate's degree. So we're actually schoolmates, funnily enough. So during high school, my mom was my teacher. And then during college, my mom is, in the same campus as me. But funnily enough, even like even if I studied there for 4 years, I think I only saw her like 3 to 4 times because we have different schedules. So, um, yeah, funny thing about that. Anyways, and I was pretty much her um, peon and like peasant to do all of her school documents because she normally attends classes because in doctorate you're working and studying at the same time. Your classes are normally during weekends, and most of the time in our school, most of the admin offices are closed during weekends. So she would ask me to do her paperwork. um, so, but yeah, my reputation during college was very weird, to say the least, because people were asking me why I studied at my college, and my college is pretty. I love it. It's just it's really fun there, and it's professors are particularly chill, and most of them don't even attend class, but I think that's normal, um, in a lot of colleges. But um, it's just they don't know why I attended there, and because I wouldn't tell them that because I'm traumatized. Um, so I tell them that
Mm.
I'm gay and I work as a sex worker, which is so
Huh?
weird to hear, right? And they kind of bought it, and that became my persona at school. They call me Paco because it's like a nail, and you know what
Mm-mm.
happens to nails, right? It gets hammered by men, and that basically became my nickname at school. And
Wow.
it's just I have that reputation, and it's also very weird because I'm very very smart. Like I am top of the class all the time. Like, and because I am the smartest, well, one of the smartest. I would normally during exams I would normally sit in front of the proctor, so that no one can copy from my paper. That's
Um,
how smart I am. Um, but
that
there
that's that's good.
there was competition. There was competition brewing. There is a guy at the school which I actually had a crush on, and actually confessed to him like straight up. But we became very close friends after that. Um, and we're friends. Even to this day, like I actually chat him very recently, just asking how it is because he has stuff going on in his life too, and wanted to check in on him. So he's actually really, you know, have you watched Death Note?
Mm-hmm.
So he is L, and I am
That.
he is no, he is light, and I am L. Like he's like the perfect kid, a perfect student, like teacher's pet. Like he's very Christian. Well, not necessarily very religious. Like his family is religious, but he isn't. Like he's like a massive atheist or whatever. But like he's really kind. Like, well, maybe. And he's a bit, you know, not very socially capable. Like he's very introverted. And at the start of the school, he was like so. Um, like again, like perfect student, like straight A's, like academics, like he studies all the time. But as I mentioned, I am pretty work study hard, play harder kind of guy, and I'm like street smarts. Like I don't study for exams and I still do well, and he studies for exams and then he still does well, and like we're pretty much like neck and neck, even if like our approach to studying is very different, and we have this kind of rivalry at school. Um, and it's really funny because and my nickname is Paco, right? And his name is,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna say it, Jacob. And uh when you put it together, they just add an L at the end. But they call us Jacol, J Paco, Jacol, which means fap, because we're always together. We're always sat next to each other. And when I told the story that I'm in front of the proctor, he's next to me, and no one's gonna be able to copy from us. And it's just us two against the world, pretty much. He's like my college best friend. And at the start of the
Very
year,
much.
he's like a perfect, like cool, like like perfect student. By the end of the school year, he was drinking every day. Like he was like
Right?
I became a bad influence to him, but I did change his life. I think he definitely became a lot more open, and I think I think I had a good influence on him despite the negative, behavior that he's developing. But that's his choice. That's not. I didn't teach him that. I just taught him to be more relaxed. He's like Bentley, honestly. And his body type is actually Bentley too. It's like a bit of a dad bod. Um, yeah, it's a nice time. Nice days. Very very good days. Um, anyways, I'm so sorry. I just took over the conversation. Any special like memories that you have in high school or college or whatnot?
Okay. The most special in college, I guess, is there is no friendly rivalry or rivalry,
Mm-hmm.
but there is a section rivalry.
Ah.
Like, ano first year, but it was the best. It was the best. We all of us are working together just so we can present a good project, a good report, so we can flex on the other students. It was fun. It was a bit of an effort, team effort, and we did well. We communicated well. Although it turns into a memory, but it's a very good memory.
Yeah. So we had a similar situation. Me and Chrome, despite not being classmates for a couple of years, um, we so my section is actually during high school, we were called the star section because we're number one section in the basic education curriculum, the BEC. And then in our school, there's a special like tier of students. They call them STEM, and that was before K to 12 was introduced, before senior high school was introduced in the Philippines, and basically those STE students are top notch. Like they're very smart. They're in this special curriculum that's not following the Philippine standard. They have robotics in high school. They teach that stuff to them. They have special research classes, and they do STE stuff. Science, technology, education students, basically. And for us, every other, like the second section from the BEC students, like the basic education curriculum, is no way near close to our level. And we were basically My Hero Academia students because we had the best dancer. We had the SSG president. We had mostly each of the organization presidents in our class. We had the Mr. Earth and Mrs. Earth. Miss Earth, sorry, not Mrs. Jesus. We had the basketball team, and we have the best dancing team, and we're everywhere. And I was actually the programming nerd during that time. I was
Right.
our school's representative for web design, and I got to division level. I think I was second place. I was very close to hitting regional. Um, but that's it. And our class had the best bartending team as well. So we're like My Hero Academia again. It's like, and it's really cool because each of us has our own talents, and our um advisor like knows that, and it's just really cool. And our there's a lot of dynamics in our room and a lot of egos as well, and a lot of crying and a lot of drama and um, and it's just crazy. It's like a wonderful memory, and our teamwork was crazy during high school. Like whenever we have like let's say cheer dance or like anything group activity or any competition, our class is like mega competitive, and it's difficult because after that we basically never had like I never met a group of people that had the who strives for excellence and standards. And I think a lot of my personality now is based from them because they always aimed for excellence. Our class did, even if there are people that aren't motivated, they're surrounded by people with passions and people with skills, and even if you're not good, you feel like you want to improve, and that's actually something I want to emulate. You know, with my group right now, with our mainly our D&D group, right? And I think you feel
Mm-hmm.
that. Like I wanna like
Yes, yes.
embellish you guys with some skills, and like you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be, and try to be better and stuff like that. But yeah, there's a lot more psychology stuff if I talk about it more, but definitely you know, um, like it's a I don't know. It's just a very weird and special experience. And now that I look back on it, I really miss them, all of them. Honestly, there's not a single
Same.
person in that classroom that I don't want to talk and hang out again. We were all very good friends. I think there weren't, at least for me, there wasn't any drama whatsoever. Any high school crushes? Any romance um, and experiences like that on your end?
Uh, I talked to Sharky back then. But no, no, no. I don't have any.
Wow.
Since
Okay.
since I
We're
like
just
reading and stuff and
mm-hmm.
studying, I'm a
You do know
nerd.
this is recorded.
Next,
All right.
what timeline is this?
Um anyways, we're actually 27 minutes already. So we're actually overtime, but I think we still have enough for one anecdote. I think I've been talking a lot more than you did. So you you take the spot. What else?
Hmm,
What other core memories that you have?
core memories. Oh, you got into the regional division and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
you went to another place. I have a similar experience. I got into a research team back in second year, and I actually went to the main campus. And tried to explain stuff to other courses, programs, which is a bit embarrassing since I was the one who always like have a lot of topic, who always talk. Well, they are the teachers, pet. So I was like, huh? It's kind of embarrassing, but it's nice being a representative. That's
Mhm.
what That's the core memories I have a lot. So yeah, representative and yeah, aiming for excellency and
You know,
not mediocrity.
you know what? One of the STE students, actually, there's two groups here. One is the journalism group, who reached nationals.
Oh.
Like they reached nationals in the Philippines, and our research, um, like research team, like the thesis team. Imagine this. This is still in high school, and
Mhm.
our quiz bee team, they reached internationals. They went to San Francisco. That's how crazy my school is, and I don't think we've ever had. I think that was the last batch, because our school went to ruins after that because of the pandemic and because of other school drama. But our principal at the time was, they gave a lot of resources to high performing students, and again, it really felt like My Hero Academia. There's a lot of talented people there, and it's a really good place to learn. I think it's one of the biggest schools and actually most crowded school as well, because we're our school is literally in the middle of a neighborhood. Um, but yeah, so yeah, that was like my high school experience. There's a lot of bullying. We didn't even talk about anything negative today, which it's funny. Um, there were a lot of experiences. I think we still have time for one last anecdote on my end.
Go
Um,
for it.
and keep in mind, I was young. Okay, I was young, but and I think you're the perfect person to talk this story about. Back during ninth grade, I did meet this person, and he actually was the one who I was pretty philosophical ever since I was young, but he was really the person who challenged me in terms of my beliefs and philosophies. And
Mhm.
we hung out so much during high school, but we have complete opposite takes in terms of how to live our lives. And because of that difference, we always argued. And he was pretty handsome, to say the least. And but his attitude absolutely sucks. Like he's a terrible like contrarian friend. Like whatever you do is like he would say that's terrible or like whatever. Like he's a contrarian. Do you know what a contrarian is?
Contradicting?
Yeah, so it's a person who likes to contradict other people's opinions. And,
Um,
so let's say I like ice cream, but that's bad for your throat or something like that. But, and he's very, very manipulative. And, high school teenagers, high, stuff, chemicals in your bodies. I was really attracted to him. And we had this really, really terrible love hate relationship. And I don't think he's gay, but I think he's bisexual. And at that time, I was really, really heads over heels with him. And Chrome knows this, but like it's kind of cringe to look back now. But I think it's high school and puppy love and stuff. But I was really attracted to him. Like always went to his house, and we would always talk, and like even late at night, like we were high school students, but we were hanging out like in the middle of night in 7-Eleven or whatever, and he's always treating me like we're always eating, we're always doing something, and a lot of our conversations were pretty mature. Even if we were young, we were talking about the world, we were talking about science, we were talking about philosophies, ideals, we were talking about and other like kid stuff like League of Legends, and like what our place is in this world, what our ambitions and who we want to be, and stuff like that. And I was really attracted to him, and it was weird because like you know he's like he also has the persona of a bad boy vibe, like a cool bad boy vibe. And I was just gushing over him during that time. And eventually we had this breaking point where I got fed up with his contrarian ways, and we eventually broke up. We're not in a relationship, but we broke up as best friends. And
mhm.
I he hated me for it, and I hated him for it, but I knew it was unhealthy. And that's really the starting point of my empathy path, like my path.
Empath.
Empath path. And basically, I know we have strayed away from our topic schools, but he's my classmate. And after that, I was a very empathetic person, and I tried helping him. I tried helping change his mind and his beliefs and like his perception of stuff, and didn't really work. And sometimes friends just go away, and I think of him fondly. And funnily enough, when I was in college, when we graduated and we're already adults, he did flirt with me quite a bit because he knows how infatuated I was with him during high school. And he's he's he looks very good. He's very look good now. And funnily enough, and I think you'd fucking Oh, sorry. Oh, I said a bad word in Stardew Diaries. I'm so sorry.
Oh my.
I think you'd like him. I think you'd fall for
What?
him. Yeah, I think you'd fall for him. He's very
What?
charming. He has he has way with words. I cannot describe how charming he is. And I'm not sure. I don't think I can say his name in recording, but I'll tell you afterwards. And like, I don't know actually how what's he's up to nowadays, but I still remember when we last met. Uh, I think it's too spicy for Stardew Diaries, but
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it's too spicy for Stardew Diaries. But again, it's just a very fond friend, and it's weird because in high school there's a lot of fights, right? Lots of drama and lots of arguments. But when you think about it, if they're still your friends, right? And
Mm-hmm.
those conflicts only made you stronger, and I thank him deeply for that. Because I wouldn't be the person that I am today if not for his toxic behavior, if not for his, negative outlook in life. I wouldn't be this optimistic, even though I'm pessimistic. Every time that I fall back to bad habits, I kind of remember him because, um, you know, I learned it from him. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I learned manipulation because of him. Not that I do manipulation to friends, not no, but um, he basically was my first teacher when it comes to being realistic
Philosophy.
in life. Or first challenger because I was very philosophical when I was a kid. It's just I was never challenged. My beliefs were never challenged. Like I'm a very idealistic person, but life can get very real, really quick. Like I can say I want to build my own company. I want to expand my resources and like expand my networking, but suddenly the next day you get sick and you're hospitalized for a couple of years and all your plans, all your money goes away, and that you need to prepare for that. You need to think of those and enjoy your life in the moment, because if you build your life like long term too much and forget what's in front of you, you know when you reach that point, like 30, 40 years old, and then something unexpected happens, all of that was for nothing, right? So, he has a valid point, and I have a valid point as well, because it's very important to build a life long term. But um, I think it's a balance in between, right? And
Yeah.
and that's just one thing, and we spent years talking to each other. So, just imagine like our conversations and my deep attraction to it. I mean, like our conversations and yeah. Yeah, ever had a friend like that before? Or nah? I don't think
Hmm.
normies and like normal people think about that stuff, huh?
Yep, they don't. That's
They
why I
don't.
got interested in the end. And yeah, I have to admit, your friend is quite interesting.
Aha! I
Mm,
knew it. I knew
not
you'd
that
have a crush on him.
interesting.
I
Not a
knew you'd
crush, but
have a crush on him.
interesting. It's an interesting character since provides you with conflicts, and conflicts creates, conflict creates
Sparks ideas.
more sparse ideas. And I guess I also believe that all knowledge is good knowledge. Even if it's bad, you will learn something from it.
Want to have an
That's
argument right
why.
now?
No, no, not yet.
So
But
I
that's why.
inspire you.
No, no,
So
no.
I'm actually, it's very different because when I do this myself, I have a very like linear way on how to do this. If I'm talking to someone else, the vibe and the attitude just completely changes. The saying, you're different depending on the people around you. Like look at my voice. My voice is not this nor this not. It's
You're
not like this.
March.
No, not my. She's like this. I'm serious, Coco, right now. Like I'm speaking like like in my normal voice. It's just I use the like voice. It just makes me a lot more comfortable. Um like like I'm not myself, or I'm not faking it. It's just a lot easier to express
Comfy.
myself. Because I have this side of me as well that sounds a lot more serious and a lot more intimidating for other people, and I completely understand that. And I don't think it fits the vibe of Stardew Diaries. And but yeah, any final words, Kairos, before I end you?
Before I end me? No, no, no. Um, what final words? Stay safe, everyone.
Yeah.
Study
Um,
and play hard.
stay safe, and it's Wednesday, guys. So hopefully you guys are doing well. In the Philippines, we actually have a holiday, but I don't get holidays at my workplace, so I guess I still have work tonight.
Mhm.
But
OT.
I think Lupus here doesn't have any school today, but she did have
Yep.
to go to school for other reasons. But
Yep.
I hope you guys are doing well. Um, finish your tasks early so that you can relax for the rest of the week and set yourselves up for a relaxing and fun weekend. Spend time with your friends, call your family or talk to your family. Make most out of your time, and hope you guys get things done. Thank you so much. I will be sleeping in game now. Oh, I level up. Thank you so much. Hi, bye bye. Say bye
Stay
bye.
safe.
Bye bye.
Stay safe. Stay safe. Bark.